So this here is the responsive e-reading screen bar lamp from BenQ. And that basically means that it's a USB 18-inch bi-color LED lamp that fits directly on top of your computer monitor. It has a sensor on top of it, so it automatically changes the brightness and the color temperature of the LEDs depending on the ambient color and temperature of the room you are using it in. And being an E-light, that basically means that it helps fight eye fatigue and eye strain for long prolonged use of computer work. But for the price tag of £89, is this light really worth it? When we first open the box, you will be greeted by the well-designed and premium looking packaging with its cut-out sections and minimalistic approach. You get the LED light, the clamp and a micro USB cable. The screen bar is made of engineering plastic and the clamp is aluminium alloy. And you do actually have to assemble the light to the clamp, but it's as easy as clicking it together. That's it. The screen bar's unique design means it saves a lot of desk space by fitting directly on top of your computer monitor using its own well-designed non-destructive clamp, meaning it doesn't actually fasten tight on top of your monitor by using screws or sticky pads. The clamp is spring-loaded, which means it delicately yet firmly holds the screen bar on top of your monitor without the worry of it falling off. The stats say that it can fit screen thicknesses of 0.4 to 1.2 inches, but I would personally say that it can actually fit screens slightly thicker. For instance, my 32-inch 4K BenQ monitor seems to be thicker than the 1.2 they actually say, and because the clamp is spring-loaded, it seems to be able to go a lot wider than 1.2 inches. And having its unique design where the clamp actually sits in the middle of the screen bar, we shouldn't have to worry how small the screen is either, because it sits in the middle. Also, it should be fine on curved screens, again because that clamp sits in the middle, not on the sides. But this is where I found a potential issue with the design having that clamp in the middle. If your monitor has a webcam in the center, then the clamp might actually obstruct that webcam, but it might be okay because the actual clamp takes up less than ½ an inch from the top of the monitor, so if your webcam is lower than ½ an inch from the top of that monitor, it should be fine. However, if you use an external webcam, then you're going to have an issue as well, because the webcam isn't going to sit on top of the monitor at the same time as the screen bar, so you're probably going to have to choose when you're going to use the webcam and when you're going to use the screen bar. But maybe you just accept it and work out a way how to put the webcam on top of the screen bar so you can actually use both at the same time. I mean, nothing that a bit of tape can't sort out. The screen bar is super easy to use as there's only 4 buttons on the top. And this is also where the light sensor is positioned. The one on the left controls the color temperature from 2700 at its warmest to 6500 at its coolest. And this is to help match pretty much any lighting situation. The second on the left controls the brightness of those LEDs to a max of 320 lumens. And to change the brightness or the color temperature, all we have to do is tap on that button to make small adjustments. Alternatively, we can actually hold our finger on that button to make bigger, quicker adjustments. But only having the one button for each means you have to go through all of the temperatures or the brightnesses to get to where you want. Instead of being able to go up a bit and down a bit if there was 2 buttons for each, having that one button means we have to go all the way down to come back up or all the way up to come back down. But it will actually remember the settings you put into that light, so when you turn it off and back on again, it will actually turn on with those previous settings, which is actually really good. On the right, you will see the power button and also the auto button. If the auto button is on, a tiny green light will appear on the front of the screen bar. And having the auto button turned on means that it will automatically change the brightness and the color temperature of those LEDs in the screen bar depending on the ambient brightness and color temperature of the room you're using it in. So as the ambient light changes from sunrise to sunset throughout a day, that light will automatically adjust accordingly. And you can really tell that BenQ are trying to be at that forefront of technology to help fight eye fatigue and eye strain over long prolonged use with their new products. For instance, that eye care monitor, and now with the screen bar. So with that and its unique minimalistic no stand design really makes it stand out compared to any competitors on the market. The light coverage is really good even when using it on my 32-inch monitor and sufficient enough to cover pretty much the whole of my desk. When the screen bar is on, the light quality is great and bright enough to even notice a difference in the day. You can even angle the screen bar slightly to make the light more direct, but I personally preferred it having it cover my whole desk. And one thing you might not notice straight away but really does make a difference is having it positioned where it is up there, it causes no hotspots on the screen whatsoever. So from a normal desk lamp or household light bulbs, you will will probably get reflections on the screen, which will then cause you to overstrain your eyes. Having it situated on the very top, you actually get no hotspots and no glares at all. And like I said at the beginning of this video, that the ScreenBar is powered by USB. Now, I don't know whether this is a negative towards the ScreenBar, to the monitor, or the fact that it's USB and it doesn't just plug directly into a wall socket. Basically, my BenQ external monitor I'm using it on doesn't have a USB, so I have to plug it into one of the two USBs on my MacBook Pro. And if you have a newer laptop, it probably doesn't have any USBs on it. Personally, I would have just thought that both the ScreenBar and the monitor, both being BenQ and both being eye care products, that they would have been designed together and designed to work together. But they don't work together because I still have to use a USB on my laptop. But if you have a desktop computer with a few spare USBs and you don't mind using one for the desk lamp, then this might not be an issue for you. The ScreenBar also says not to use any USB extensions. It doesn't say why, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. So if I just accept now that the ScreenBar plugs directly into my laptop, that's fine. But what if my laptop isn't there or turned off? It's obviously not going to be powering that light, so I can't just go to my desk and turn that light on to do some writing or drawing. My laptop has to be there and on to power the light. So it would have been really great to have a USB adapter included in the box as well, so we can just plug it directly into the wall, so we can actually turn the light on and off regardless whether our computer's there, turned on, our laptop's there or not. The light would just work whenever we wanted it to. And considering that price tag of £89, it would have been great to have that adapter included as well, so we don't have to take up a USB and also have constant power of the ScreenBar. So in conclusion, what do I think of the ScreenBar? I personally think that it's a really nice piece of kit. I think it looks good, it's minimalistic enough, it fits onto my desk absolutely beautifully, and it doesn't stand out, it's not big and clunky, and that minimalistic design, having no stand, is a huge bonus for me because, as you can tell, my desk is very small. I don't want it to be taken up with extra stands and clamps and all that sort of stuff. But having that slight USB issue is a little bit of annoyance. I just feel like I'm probably gonna have to buy an adapter to plug it directly into the wall socket. But for the price tag of £89, I feel like it's quite expensive for what it is, and essentially it's a 18-inch LED strip that sits on your desk and brightens it up. Yes, it does have those auto settings to auto change the color temperature and brightness depending on the ambience of the room, but again, £89 is quite a lot of money to spend for some LEDs. But I might be completely wrong and you might agree with me, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below right now. Let me know what you think of the ScreenBar from BenQ. And thank you so much to BenQ for actually sending me the ScreenBar lamp to create this review, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big fat thumbs up, and if you are new, you can always hit that subscribe button and that tiny little bell to be notified when my next review videos will be going live. And until next time, keep on creating.